Good morning, everybody. It's Minister Renata McFadden. I want to come on for a few minutes and do a quick video, a word of encouragement for you guys. For the last couple of days, God has been really ministering to me about forgetting the past. And I wanted to just come on and encourage somebody who may be in a place, a barren place, just stuck in a place where you keep rehearsing the things of your past. God had a couple of scriptures in my spirit, and one is found in Philippians chapter 3, and in the third chapter, the 13th and the 14th verse, Paul is ministering to the church of Philippi, and he began to tell them how he had to forget those things which were behind him and press towards the mark of the high calling. The verses in context, Paul was ministering to them about him forgetting about being circumcised and forgetting about being circumcised and forgetting about being a Pharisee, forgetting about all of the things according to the law that gave him the privilege or the right to be able to feel like he had accomplished a thing. And Paul tells the church of Philippi that he count those things as dung. He just basically like garbage or rubbish or whatever. He don't really value those things. He valued his calling in Christ. He valued pressing towards the mark, and the mark that he was talking about was salvation and the work that God called him to do. The other verse that God had in my spirit is in Isaiah, I think it's the 43rd chapter, 18 through 20, and then they began to talk about forgetting the former things, forgetting about your past, and how God wanted to do a new thing in them, and did they not see it? Did they not perceive what God wanted to do? God has been ministering to me about forgetting about your past. Sometimes we can get in a place where we could keep rehearsing our past and reliving the pain and the rejection and the hurt, and get in a place of bitterness and unforgiveness and anger and self-pity. You know, we can get in that place and we can forget that God still wants us to go to a new place. He want to do a new thing in us, but we keep focusing on what was, focusing on how many times we were left for dead or forsaken or whatever. You know, I don't know who this word is for. I just know I had to share it. I know I had to encourage you to forget about what was. Forget about who didn't help you. Forget about who hurt your feelings, who said bad things against you. Forget about those people who took from you. Forget about those people who made you feel inadequate. Forget about it, because God want to do a new thing. He want to do a new thing in your heart. He want to do a new thing in your natural life, but he can't take you to that place, that height. He can't allow you to be fruitful if you're not going to be in a place where you can glorify him, where you can give him honor and praise for what he's doing in your life. Now, I know some people are not in that place where they're reliving the pain. Some people are not in that place where they still having unforgiveness and anger, but this word is for you too. Because if you are the type of person who keep reliving your past victories, you know, that place where you felt like a champion, that place where you felt like you had been successful and you had done a great thing, whether it was graduating and accomplishing that goal, or whether it was a ministry opportunity, and you reached a lot of people and your word was so good and you were so excited about what God did back then. Okay, but just like that old song that says, what have you done for God lately? What you been doing for him now? It's not about your past. Yes, no, I'm not diminishing your victory. I'm not diminishing that thing that you did that was great and that God brought God honor and glory in that season. I'm not diminishing that. No, those things are valuable, but God has a prize. He has a new thing. He has a great thing set ahead of you, and you can't keep reliving your past victory. You can't keep talking about how you accomplished this thing when you were young. And I mean, have you ever been around a person who was a high school football star, but they 50, 60 years old now, and they're still talking about how they were the champs back then? You know sometimes how ridiculous that can sound. Okay, well, you 60, you 50. Why are you talking about when you were 17, when you were 18, when y'all won a championship? What have you done now? What are you doing in this season in your life? What are you doing right now? This word is to motivate you, to compel you to go forward and to do what God is calling you to do in this season. It's about here and now. It's about being able to walk in the steps that God has ordained and ordained for you in this season. God is calling you to press forward. He is calling you to do that new thing. He's calling you to obey him to the letter in this season. You can't afford to miss another season. You can't afford to allow what was to keep you from obtaining what will be. I pray this word blessed you. I pray it encourages you. And if it did, like, share, and give it to somebody else. Somebody else need to hear it. Somebody else need to know that God is wanting to do something fresh in their life. God is wanting to show them that he is still God and that he's able to take them from faith to faith and from glory to glory. We serve a progressive God. He don't want us to get in a place of barrenness, but he wants us to be fruitful and multiply. He wants us to subdue. He wants us to go forward and accomplish great things for his glory. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.